What's up? This is Amy Shark, and you're hanging with Mikey on the Random 30.
Everybody rise for you. Everybody cries like I do.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
Nice. Are you at home at the moment?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sort of packing up my house, so I have to.
Are you moving?
Push outside. Yeah. I'm moving to Sydney.
Really?
Like in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Permanently,
Yeah.
or just you had enough of the gold?
Well, no. Gold Coast will always be home, and I'll still have my house here and stuff. But just the domestic travel, so much promo and stuff. I was like,
Yeah, I suppose.
This with this album in particular, like I just really wanted to give it everything I had. So
Yeah, right.
just made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you miss the Goldie?
I will. I'll be back here a lot though. I'll be back here like every couple of weekends, I think, if I can, just to see my nieces and nephew and family.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I'll be back a lot.
Good. That's what we like. Hey, let's talk Amy Shark. The COVID stuff for Aussie artists is just it's been horrible, absolutely horrible. How have you dealt with it, knowing that you can't do your shows and you can't perform your music to your fans and to Australian public?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a lot bigger than that in the end. I think, at the start it was like really, really depressing and hard to sort of get your head around. Sorry, I'm outside. Is that too annoying, that noise?
I can't even hear it. Oh, I don't know.
Can't even hear it. Okay, cool.
What is
I'm just outside, and every time I come outside, it's like the time for the whole, like I live like on this river, and the sound just like travels everywhere. Anyway, it was really tough at the start to sort of, wrap your head around being still and not having any shows booked. And but I think the more like everyone was kind of look at what was happening, it was just, I don't know, I think everyone knew the world was really sick, with coronavirus, and then also with the riots. It was like, this isn't about songs or music at the moment. It's more about just like everything getting better and being recognized. But yeah, I mean, I think, look, everybody needs music, and we miss that live feeling. I miss it a lot. I've been trying to do what I can for like my fans and stuff, but I'm just not one of those go live people.
Aren't you really?
No, I just like, I don't know, it loses something. I'm just like looking at my phone or my laptop playing songs, and it's like, man, I worked so hard to get myself into a position where I can play actual shows to human beings that will be there in front of me and feel the feeling in the room. And I love seeing their faces and their reactions. And so I miss that a lot. So I hope we can get back to how we had it, because I think we had it pretty good.
You did that on your Instagram, that you did a live Instagram video, and you're actually saying that you're like, help me out, I'm struggling. but that's fine, because it would be different sitting with a computer screen thinking, who is watching this? I can't actually interact. I can't so it would be quite hard.
And is it sounding okay? And is everyone all right? Is it like, it's just, I don't know, it's so weird, and I'm so unpredictable. Yeah, I know. Like, and the fact that it's live, it's like, geez, Amy, don't screw up. Don't say anything stupid, or like,
Well, I suppose it's like a gig though. You can't, if you screw it up, they're going to know about it. But on that, can I get your opinion on being an Aussie artist? And I asked Ricky Lee this last week, because being an Aussie artist and the government's put up the $250 million, which really, Neil will say it is or isn't enough. But what do you think the government or those bodies need to do to help the Aussie music come back into play? Because yes, you can jump back on stage. That's not a problem. But you've got everything else around you. And because you kind of haven't had that income as such to support that, do you think the government or someone needs to step in and help more for Australian music and entertainment?
Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt, right?
Yeah.
But I think I'm not too sure. I mean, obviously there's not an endless bucket of money, but I do think we kind of got left out a little bit. And it was almost, I don't want to say too late, because I'm sure we will come back from this, and I'm sure it will be just stronger than ever, because people are going to want to support Australian artists, because you know, we did like all my sort of peers in this industry really threw themselves behind those bushfires. I mean, I knew some of my close friends who are artists really went for it and played a number of free shows for the bushfires and to raise money, and I know we've all donated for coronavirus, we've all donated for Black Lives Matter, and we're all there still going, but with no income. So it's
that's what I mean. Like, how do you, it's such a hard thing for Aussie artists. We as public can buy your album, or we can buy your merch, but unless you sell a lot, like it doesn't cover the cost of being able to do your craft and what you do.
Yeah. I've just spent the last couple of weeks buying so much vinyl. I don't even have a record player at the moment, but I've just been buying vinyl of my favorite bands that are like kind of up and coming, and buying merch and doing what I can, because, you know, there are a lot of smaller acts and bands just trying to get off the ground right now. And what a hard time to get new music off the ground. You
absolutely.
know? Like, I'm definitely not complaining. You know, there are a lot of artists that are quite stable and, you know, can still kind of get through it. It's still tough. Of course, it's still tough, because everyone has their plan. You know, there's a plan. There's a plan for me. There's a plan for everybody. And it's like, when that plan's gone and that income's gone, it's like, yikes. Okay, we have to do some juggling here. But some people can't juggle. Some people have nothing to juggle, because if that money doesn't come in, it's like we're screwed. So I've just, you know, I know a lot of sort of bigger artists are doing everything they can to kind of help, and I'm not sure what the answer is, dude. It's hard, because, like, you know, at the moment I feel like people really do turn to artists, like we've got all these answers, and it's like, I don't know, I just write music, and I have my pardon.
People turn to music. They turn, you know, when they're feeling in a way, they turn to music. And then I guess when they can't see their artists, it's like, oh, I want to help, but I can't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, and I guess me pushing back dates of releases and stuff was really difficult. And just because I wanted to do the right thing, you're always trying to do the right thing for the world and for everything. But then, you know, every second of every day I've got people writing to me saying, please release music, because it's gonna help. And it's, you know, so I get it. And that's why I was like, look, I just need to start putting music out, because if that means I can put a smile on someone's face for like half a second, it's like, it's worth it. So,
I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to touch on that. The new single "Everybody Rise," you delayed the release of that for reasons that are very important in the world at the moment. But how did you make that decision? Because we've got what's going on in the world, which is, it's horrible at the moment. But you, as an artist, as an entertainer, you put smiles on people's faces, like you said. So how do you justify? Okay, do I wait, or do I put smiles on people's faces? How do you make that call in the time that we're in, especially with the Black Lives Matter at the moment?
You just need to read the room, and you need to like, you know, there was a key few weeks there that was the time to really stand up, protest in your own unique way, do what you can to let these voices be the loudest, you know, in the world. And you know, your campaign, no matter what it is, it was like, you know, it was such a big thing that happened, that needed to happen. And I think everyone kind of realized this is no longer about anything to do with you know, anything else but this right now. This is is the problem at hand. And this is the time to just let these voices echo. And I wanted to help that echo of those voices. And me putting out a song right in the middle of that, I wouldn't have felt right. And I just didn't even care to. Even for me as an artist, I was like, I don't want to put, I can't think about anything else, and I can't read about anything else. And I'm so affected by this, and it's not even, I'm not even in the crux of it. So it's, imagine what some people are feeling. So
Exactly.
everyone was flat. Everyone was just so flat.
Yeah, I think as someone who loves music and loves Aussie artists, I think, and we always want to hear new music from our favorite artists. I think you made the right call on the time that you did. But it is out now. Let's move to the exciting side of it with Everybody Rise. I thought when I heard this ever the title, I thought, what are we in court? Everybody Rise. So tell me, what are we talking about in the song?
Do you know what's funny is everybody that says that, they're like, oh, they go straight to court. They don't think of weddings or anything.
Am I not the first
everyone's
one?
Straight to court. I love it.
I was just thinking to myself, am I not the first one that has said that?
No, everyone's like, we thought it was like a court case, and I'm just like, why doesn't anyone think of church when everyone's like, everybody rise? But it's not about that anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
not about court or church.
It's not about court or church. I love, the thing that I love about this is it does have that gospel kind of uplifting anthemic chorus to it.
Yeah.
And when I wrote that chorus, I knew that was a special chorus. And but with the whole sort of unrequited love thing, I mean, that's kind of my vibe. That's my vibe. Like, I am obviously affected by things of the past and feeling that way, and on the really shitty side of unrequited love.
Yeah.
And I've touched on that topic 100 times in songs, but this one was different. It was kind of making like this weird hybrid song of what I felt and relating to that feeling, but also like becoming this person who receives all these crazy messages from people wanting to know things about me that I never thought anyone, I was never that person at school that had heaps of confidence to, go up to someone who I was liking, or and I was always dealing with that person will never know my name. I just have to deal with it and live through it somehow, and it sucks. And then it's just weird now seeing people see me in this crazy light. And I kind of tried to mash those ideas together and bring everyone together who has felt that. And I mean, also we're living in this weird worship culture at the moment where, young girls and guys and everyone are sort of finding someone that they really connect with, whether it's music or acting or art, any form of art. And they're just really, throwing their weight behind that particular person. And I love it, but sometimes it's it's a little bit, where's the line type thing.
Yeah. Your music that you have released in the past, and obviously this new single now, does it make it easy for you to cope with what you've been through and to get hopefully on the other side of that, or hoping you are now, but is it easy? Is it getting easier for you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm like, a happily married person, but it's more to be.
Are you happily married, or are you happy? Are you married? Is the other half, is he happy they're married? And they say,
he's not happy. Married. He's not happy. He's been stuck in a house with me for 6 months.
He's crazy. Married and you're happy.
He's out on the river somewhere. He jumped a long time ago. No, he loves me. Of course he does. No, but I think I think I clued on a while ago to be a successful songwriter and to have longevity in this career. You need to be able to remember everything. You need to remember not just yesterday and how you feel today. You need to remember heartbreak and what happened and how you felt, and what he or she looked like when you said that, and what I felt like when I heard those words, and how he smelt, and how the house looked. And you need to remember everything. So, and I do. I'm lucky I have a very photographic and a very detailed memory up here. It drives me crazy. But in the way of feeling better once releasing songs, I feel better showcasing that I can remember that, rather than, I feel better because that was really eating me up inside. Like some songs are like, I feel better now because I was really hurting about that situation. That was really bothering me, and I got that out. But this song in particular, it was just like, just remember how bad that felt, and also thinking about people going through it now, that can listen to it and
it's
relate.
so interesting that some people don't think the power of music, and music is so powerful that you can hear something like this and you can click to it, or you can maybe one of your other songs you can click to and go, yeah, and it takes you on this whole new journey, which that's the world of music, isn't it? We haven't caught up for a while, so there's something else I wanted to ask you. Is on your Insta, you've been Elton John, Ed Sheeran. What's it like hanging out with these two? Because I mean, well, Elton John, but what's been happening there? Are they helping you write music? Are they helping you further your career? What are they doing with you?
Well, Elton, I can't even believe I get to say this, but he's just like a fan of my music, and he's actually just such a big fan of Australian music. You know,
Yes,
his knowledge,
yeah.
His knowledge on Australian music is mind blowing, and not just of the big acts, like not, you know, like the Kylie Minogues and NXS's and stuff. He's like going deep on Courtney Barnett and Thelma Plum and he's and Rule, and he's just like, he knows so much more than I ever could about the whole catalog of the up and coming artists right now. Like it's insane. So yeah, that was, and I mean, he just gives great life advice as well. And yeah, to get any advice from Sir Elton John is
we better say that, right?
Incredible. I know, Sir Elton. Oh my God. And Ed is this crazy experience that I never thought I would ever have, and he's a friend that I speak to now quite often, and I never thought I'd ever be able to do that. And we created something that is really special, and I can't say too much because I don't even know the plan, but all I know is it's I got to work with one of the best songwriters in our day, Ed Sheeran, and there's so many stories to come, but he is just like, the day that I had with him, I just observed him and how he worked and how he set up his life and his team, and everything was just so inspiring. I was like, wow, you've got this down. Like you have this down. You've got a perfect balance. You're a beautiful man. You're funny. You're just, I feel like I've known you my whole life, you know, so it was awesome.
How cool is that? The new single, Everybody Rise, is out right now. It's so awesome. Amy, before we let you go, can we have a little bit of fun and play the Random 5 game?
Oh, God. Yes. How do you play?
5 random questions, put you on the spot. They're just fun ones. Are you good to go?
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
What did you realize about yourself that you didn't know while you're in isolation?
That I didn't know. Oh, God.
Could be something about your hubby and where he is right now in the creek.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I get agitated quick.
Do you?
There was a stage, even the way Shane was breathing was annoying, you know, like even the way he would eat, I'd be like, that's annoying me. You're annoying. Like everything you're doing, I don't know, you're just annoying me. No, I think we actually handled it really well, and I guess like I bought a kayak that was a random purchase, and I really enjoyed just kind of kayaking and listening to podcasts.
In the pool?
So in the pool. Yeah. Once I got my confidence up in the pool, I ventured out into the river. I'll show you.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. So how did you go? Well,
I went out there. I went out.
What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it?
Every time I hear it. Oh, yeah. This sounds so bad, but I'm so overhearing unprecedented times that every time I hear it, I'm just like,
yes.
I know. It's unprecedented. Yeah. But
yes.
So it's like my friends and I say it all the time, even when it doesn't work in a sentence. We'll just be like, it's so unprecedented. Yeah. I know. Like
I love
that car is so unprecedented.
I love that. This is going to reflect this next question, your Instagram, because you nail this. What movie quotes do you use on a regular basis? By the way, you do great on Instagram at doing these. And TikTok.
I mean, like anything from Jim Carrey.
Yep.
I say I'm not going to do it because that's just embarrassing.
No, go on. You may as well now because you've started it. Here we go.
No, I can't. There's so many. I don't know where to start.
Pick the first one that's in your mind right now.
But it's probably too, like, it's only like diehard fans would know it. Like Bumblebee Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna.
Wow.
Bumblebee Tuna. Oh, stop embarrassing me. Oh my God.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You could have said these ahead and I could have been like well prepared.
Nope. We could see a live version of this right now. What was the last photo you took?
Last photo I took. Scary.
Family friendly. You show it.
Oh no, look. This is from a fan. This is from a fan. That,
that's cool.
Yeah, she drew me. They know where I live, so I get things in the mail now.
Oh no, that's why you're moving. Yeah. And your final question: describe the year we've had using one word, but it has to start with the letter A.
Describing the year we've had?
Yeah, in one word, just starting with the letter A.
Oh God.
I could probably think of some.
Jesus.
No, that's J.
Yeah. Do you know what's even sadder? I thought about outrageous. I'm like, that's definitely not A. A. Can I say yes? No. No.
That'll do.
Don't put that in. No, I think, look, it's hard because like I was saying before, I went from being like, you know, this is easily like, you know, a shitty year to this isn't that bad and it needed to happen. So it's hard to wrap that up in. And you know what? Everything I say these days, dude, can get me in trouble. So
it's all right.
I'm scared.
It's fine. We are not going to get you in trouble. We love that stuff. That is so cool. Amy, the new single is out right now. Everybody Rise. Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
No worries. Thanks for having me.